It looks duper cold out there. I hope it's not duper cold out there. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Elizabeth, but of course you know that already. So today I wanted to do something different. I'm trying a whole bunch of new things on this channel, just so you guys know. But I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to mesh my love of true crime and writing all up together like that. So if you don't like true crime, I totally get it, and I wouldn't blame you for clicking off the video, but I like true crime, so here we go. So one of the most common pieces of writing advice out there ever is to write from experience. You hear this everywhere. I heard it in school. I heard it from professionals, blah, 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 right? Literally everyone is telling people this. It's like the most favoritist piece of advice out there. But what if you're stuck in the rut of routine and are having trouble with inspiration for your writing? Or maybe you're a young writer and don't have many experiences. Well, I've got 3 criminals that later wrote books or tried to write books about the crimes they had committed. So first one up is Christian Bala. In the year 2000, Christian Bala murdered if I'm pronouncing this right, let me try. I'm gonna butcher this name. Dariusz Januszewski, a Polish small business owner. Januszewski's body was found floating in a lake, arms and legs tied behind him. In 2003, Bala published a book titled Amok, fictionalizing the entire account of Januszewski's death, but using the information only the killer would know. Dumb, right? So, as a result, in 2007, Bala was sentenced to 25 years in prison for his crime. On to the next. These are going to be quick little summaries of what these people did, because I really want to get to the bigger issue. Yeah, I want to get to the bigger issue. Next one up is Richard Klinkhammer. In 1991, a Dutch man, Richard Klinkhammer, his wife went missing. A year later, Klinkhammer delivered a manuscript to his agent titled Wednesday Mince Day with a purported, subtitle, 7 Ways to Kill Your Spouse. Really? This manuscript was rejected for being too gruesome. Yeah, I could see. So Klinkhammer sold the house he had shared with his wife in 1997, and the new owners of the house began renovations in 2000. But when the renovation began, the remains of Klinkhammer's wife were found in a concrete floor. In 2001, Klinkhammer was sentenced to 7 years in prison for his wife's murder. So it wasn't the book that raised suspicion, even with that title, like really. It was actually finding his wife's remains. Interesting. Moving on. Next up is Hannah Potts. Now, this is a really interesting case that I stumbled on a few days ago. And I really want to talk about, this is tied almost inextricably to writing from experience. So I really want to get into that. But first, let's see what Hannah Potts did. In 2020, Hannah Potts posted a video to Facebook saying that she'd been kidnapped and that she needed help. So local law enforcement and the FBI were on the case right away. When authorities realized that the video that Potts posted to Facebook had her phone pinged less than a mile away from her own house, everyone got suspicious of Potts' story. Okay. As it turns out, Potts had faked her kidnapping for inspiration to write a novel. And this is the case that got me thinking, what would people do in order to take the advice to write from experience? Miss Hannah Potts faked her own kidnapping. She took resources from cases that could have really used those resources for nothing. So let's have a discussion about this. Manufacturing experiences for the sake of a creative work. The question I have is, why even go through all that trouble to create an experience for yourself, and a negative one at that? I mean, come on, you know that's a negative experience whether it's real or not. When you can sit in your office or sit in your bedroom and think of a scenario, and it's the same thing just without acting it out. That's called writing fiction. Hello, okay? So that's the goal, yes? I just don't get it. I don't know. The only reason I could really see for a motive for manufacturing experiences, at least in the Hannah Potts case, would be to hit the news, gain that fame first, and then follow it up with fortune from a book deal, right? Because you know that story is something that a publishing house would jump on right away to buy. You know that. But in this case, it would be more of a memoir, not really a novel, because a novel is straight fiction, right? And it's been stated that Miss Potts wanted to write a novel. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what she wanted to do. It's all very strange to me. With the Christian Bala and Richard Klinkhammer cases, however, no one's really sure why they wrote books about their crimes. But I have a theory. Guilt. Guilty consciences can make you do weird things. For these guys, I believe their crimes were never about writing the book or getting inspiration or getting famous or anything like that. It just happened, as crimes often do, right? They just happen. It's not very early in the morning, but it is still morning, so coffee. So yeah, their crimes just happened. So I think a guilty conscience led these men to write the books about what they had done. But in the end, though, those books helped to get them caught. Okay, maybe not in Klinkhammer's case, but definitely in Bala's case. That book that he wrote, that he managed to get published, and it is available for sale on Amazon or anywhere books are sold right now. Yeah, that book got him caught. So there's that. But enough ranting. Bottom line, do you think experiences should be manufactured for the sake of a novel or another creative outlet or work or whatever? Or should experiences come organically? Personally, I think experiences should come organically. And if you have a cool, unique experience, hell's yes, write about it. But don't intentionally hurt anyone or yourself or get yourself in trouble or whatever for the sake of your art. It's just not worth it, okay? As these cases obviously demonstrate. It's a very weird world, guys. But that's enough out of me. If you liked this mixture of writing and true crime and all up like that, leave a comment down below. Like and share, subscribe, the whole social media thing. And I will see you guys later. Okay, bye.